Hello, and welcome back to Electra Ladyland. And here we look at sacred geometry in the age of Aquarius. This is a very ancient system of learning which comes from geo, earth, metry, measurement. It consists of 5 platonic solids: earth, air, fire, water, and ether. Ether represents the dark energy which binds our universe and is ever expanding, and it is the majority non-matter. It has no mass, it emits no light. It's pretty fucking scary. I do readings on ether, represented by the dodecahedron, sacred geometry symbol Metatron's cube. I'm gearing up to do ether reading in the dark moon, because we're looking at a entity which emits no light, so we don't want any moonlight, so we have to wait another 3 or so weeks to do that one. In the interim, I'm doing the platonic solids. I've uploaded the fire, and I finished the air and the earth sign. There was something weird about it. I might redo it. I was shuffling the cards this morning, and I have got a signal for the new moon. It only stays in one house for 3 days. So there is a pattern emerging. So we'll just look at that now. So everything in the universe can be measured. If you're new to my channel, you don't need any understanding of the metaphysical, mathematics. Everything is explained in layman's terms, in first grader mathematics. All right. If it's any more advanced, then I'll put a warning in the description box. Okay, so I did a pre-shuffle and I found, I did 3 decks, and I've got Wishing Tree. My wishes grow big like a tree. So a tree is very grounded. So this new moon is an opportunity to get a bit more grounded. Make a wish. Okay, so what you put out into the universe is heard. Whether you like it or not, you're putting out a vibration when you have a thought, you speak a word, or you make an action. There, for every action, there's a reaction. That comes under very basic physics. Like the apple falling from the tree, force equals ma. This is very basic mathematics. For every action, there is a reaction, where the forces combine to create a velocity or a new trajectory. Make a wish. Yeah. The funny thing is that from this pre-shuffle, I got several of the same theme. Another one, moon wish. The moon shows me patience. Okay, so you may have had to be patient about a matter. That is a 2 and a 28. So 28 denotes to number 3. So I've got 2 and 3 here. Something you may have been looking into starting something here, and yet it's requiring. It may have been something that you've wished to do for a while, and I get the sense someone's put some energy into something here, and then I've got this wishing. I've got this sort of, oh, I wish. So the theme is going to reveal itself like it did in the air reading. I'm getting very distinct signals now. It's like Great Mystery is really talking to me. And so I've got new moon. You and your loved ones are safe. So there's some water energy here. On the bottom of the deck, I've got Aquarius. So I've just done the air. The theme was that air and water are one and the same under Aquarius. Under the age of Aquarius, the two elements, air and water, are kind of like unified, because the Aquarius is the water bearer and it's air. So there is a collaboration between air and water energy, and I do explain a little bit more about that in the platonic air reading, which is the octahedron. So look out for that one. Alright, so I want to show just a nice quick one today, just to keep it light, because the platonic solid readings were heavy going. Like Great Mystery was really putting me to the test. I was downloading some really big metaphysical files, and I was finding it difficult to process It's been a while since I've done readings, so I'm just giving them a shuffle because to sort the order. But so I've got some more water energy here. So I've got three. I've got the water bearer, I've got new moon in Cancer, and I've got Pisces. All right, so this is all water energy. So things could be starting to feel like they're flowing. They may have been trapped for a little bit. And what else we got? And we've got new moon eclipse, powerful new moon. So there was a bit of an eclipse in the sky about 4 days ago, and the moon went a bit orange. So an eclipse is also a good time for things to come out of the closet. Even though it implies that something is hidden, everyone looks up into the sky when there's an eclipse. So it's actually the opposite. Things become revealed. And I've got a new moon in Leo. So I don't want to take too many, but I've got 4 new moon cards here. One on the bottom, Aries, it'll bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius, Cancer, Leo, and the eclipse. So this is fire, water, and air, and another water there with the full moon. And I also got 3 wishing cards. Wishing bow, I look forward to new challenges. The moon gives me patience. Wish, and wishing tree. So you definitely need to wish upon a star this new moon. I'll leave the date of when. And the last 2 are also new moon cards, but these are not protagonists. These are not. This is what Great Mystery is saying. Don't worry about looking at them. And that's obviously the gravity door energy of the readings that I've just done. Now, I'm just going to give it another spin just to see if anything else flies out. So I'm looking for the protagonist. I'm looking for the main theme. So a couple of things came out of my Druid wisdom, musings, and inspiration. So this is about the Celtic. This is the Celtic religion. And so if you're from Europe, then it's quite likely your ancestors were Celtic. Alright, I'm just going to try and get one to focus on. Thank you. Alright, new moon in Cancer. So there's a watery feel. Cancer also indicates homeliness. You might feel the need to go home or stay at home. And then I've got 2 of Cups, Ritual of Air, and Hermit. So I've got the Hermit. A house is but a simple building. A home is the warmest kind of feeling. So I'm getting a sort of go home kind of vibe there. 2 of Cups is obviously, I'm getting a love frequency here. And the Ritual of Air, a spell. A spell comes from the word spelling. So when you speak, you send out a vibration into the world. This is the element of air shown up here. So I've got water and air, a little bit of fire there. Carry citrine. So citrine is a beautiful yellow crystal, and it cleanses the other crystals. It's like pulls out any negativity or any junk or any density, any heaviness. Always good to have a bit of citrine hanging around. I bought a big chunk for one of my nephews once, and it was fabulous having it in the house. A spell for luck. So speak the words. Say, I wish. I wish for that. Speak it. Or write it on a piece of paper and burn it. Put it into the I was going to say ethos, but I don't even know what that means. Some words just come to me. Put it into the environment. Do a smoke signal. And the songs of bards will carry you there. So there's a little bit of an essence of melody. I've got the Hermit. So what I'm going to do is before I reveal what the signature is going to be in, because I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to have a look. I just feel the need to shuffle some more. There's more new moon. So there's really something going to happen under this new moon. So Hermit, what I'm going to do is look at the DNA in Understanding Tarot. This is a very good book. And I'm going to get the opposing, balancing energy out of it. So the funny thing is I can never find the chart while I'm videoing. As soon as I switch it off, I can find it, but I never can when I'm speaking about it, which is really weird. So first of all, I think what we'll do is we'll actually go to the Hermit card. So the Hermit is a high order for masculine energy. Yeah. It's also like can be drawing your energy in. It can also be hidden love, secret love. And there's an element of air here. I've just done the air reading, so it's back again. And so let's just go to the major arcana. There's the DNA chart. I can never find it. Alright, so the Hermit is on the Tarot DNA chart, is there, the number 9. And so to get the opposing energy, because this is a journey and it's a balance, it's a balancing journey where you learn, you start at the 0. So it starts at the Fool and it actually goes on a journey. All right, and it ends up at the World, which is completion. So all the opposing energies balance each other. So the balancing energy is strength. So this is a strong signal. Strength is a signal for like being forthright and just knowing when to say no, or coming out of yourself and actually presenting your ideas or your point of view. So I've got no more oh god, the neighbours, I've got another neighbour now, going for gold. It's just that time of year where it's warm, it's cool enough to go outside. So I've got a love signal here. And meditate on the 2 of Cups. A potential new partnership lies ahead. The heart you hold is pure and deep. Be sure of the company you keep. All right, so I'm getting an essence here is that if you've got someone in your life, or you've got people in your life that you're not sure, they're on the borderline, it might be best to just say no and just say, well, no, I'm not really sure if you're on the vibration, the same vibration as me. And the air says, speak your truth, come out of your shell. Don't worry about treading on eggshells or offending anyone. Say what is true to you. The Hermit is the wise sage. Say what is true to you. Okay, so it could be around your home. If someone comes to your home and you don't want them there, say, no, I don't want you coming around. But on a love frequency, there's definitely potential here. I won't go into it now for the new moon reading. So everything in the universe can be measured. Just going to do a sign, a power sign, just to project strong energy, pure high vibration energy out into around, like protect my boundaries. Everything in the universe can be measured. And I measure in geometry, sacred geometry, through the platonic solids. Earth is the hexadron, the cube, the cuboid. Earth, air is the octahedron. Fire is the tetrahedron. Water is the icosahedron. And ether is the dodecahedron, the all. So we have the singularity and we have the all. And the singularity is is basically where one dimension, the I. And the I is the mind. And we have the dark energy. So the dark energy is pulling, expanding or in metaphysics, it's the breath. But we don't really understand much about it. So I don't think many people really look at it, but it represents, up to maybe 80% of the universal void, and it emits no light. It has no energy frequency, and it is an antimatter. So when matter comes into contact with dark energy, it cancels itself out. It's really odd stuff, but it's very interesting. All right, so a new start is coming. Go in love and peace. A new start is coming. So this could be a new beginning, doing something that you love, or meeting someone that does the same thing as what you love doing, or congregating with people that are also loving what you do, like an audience or a group or a conference or a class or a lecture. There is an element here about congregating, and it's a strong signal with if you balance the Hermit, you get the strength. It's a strong signal. It's coming through loud and clear. I had, I think, 6 cards here representing the new moon. Something is going to occur, and it's like a wishing well energy. It's like wish upon a star. What is it that you want to happen? You can make a wish on this new moon, because the signal is very strong. So is there anything else on this table that I need to look at? Is there anything else before I close out? Yeah, it's saying just take a... Because I got these on here, because I thought they might be relevant. So let's just clear this out the way. Alright, so if you are new to my channel, you can just follow along. I rarely do complicated geometries, and if I do, it would be a separate reading. So one's come out. Accept what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. So I've got the sort of flower of life here, and there's number 4 here. Number 4 is a stabilizing signal. There are things out there that you cannot change. For example, you can't change people, you can't change the seasons, and you can't change that people vote for Trump. And you may not be able to change the fate of people that are suffering, but you can definitely accept what you can change, and do something with that. And so I'll just do a quick to close out. I embrace my inner majesty. Accept your life in all its configurations. So we have the configuration of the Hermit. It's a strong signal. It says that it's mentioning the Tillandsia, which is an air plant. It's a tiny plant that doesn't need air. Got the air here. It doesn't actually, it's an air plant. It doesn't need water. And it's that simple. It's that simple to create a home. Know every moment, situation and event has profound value, even if it doesn't seem like it. Accept your inner majesty. Be present. You are magnificent and wondrous beyond measure. Protect your energy. If people are coming to your home and they are not respecting your rules, speak up and just say, well, no, I'm protecting my energy. You people just bring drama to my house. You are magnificent and wondrous beyond measure. Embrace all parts of yourself. The universal message, it is an act of both power and faith to love, honor and accept what is. It's not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of things in life that are really, really hard. At times, it can be challenging to accept what's occurring in your life. When you do so, however, you affirm that there is a plan for your life and that everything is working for your highest good. Accept what is. Okay, it doesn't mean that you don't work to change it, because you can put energy into changing what is, but it's about an acceptance of, okay, that's happening. I'm just going to, be grounded with that, and then I'm going to have a strategy to change it into something better. All right, All right, so you can be aware. You can be aware of it, but you can work to change it. And so it's about things that you can't accept, can't acknowledge. You just got to sit with it and accept the fact that you can't deal with it. And then you increase your own acceptance in life, and this will help others to be at peace with their own lives. So is there anything I'm not accepting in my life? How can I embrace myself and my life even more? And where will my life's journey take me if I truly accept every aspect of what is? Okay, so that's pretty deep and profound stuff. So there could be a relationship here and you can't accept what's going on. But the minute that you do accept what's going on, then things will just get a lot easier. And it's really promoting just being a sage about it and actually finding things that you like to do alone. And it's just touching on here that home is your hearth. If you make it comfortable and homely, get a